One and all, hope you're doing okay. Risk sentiment overview for the 20th of the 6th, 2022. The risk calculation is off at the big picture, however the 24-hour difference is tiny, so it might indicate a reversal, like a turning point on the risk. So we are quite extreme, we're quite skewed at 9.7, and it's unusual for them to be so bullish. Now this price action yesterday, I'll show you, has actually scared them out of some positions, so this is exactly what we wanted, and that's great. So keep an eye on the VIX. If we go below 30, that's going to be a good sign for S&P and the Dow. If we stay above 30, it's not so good, so keep an eye on that. That's a very good indication. So oil is probably the greatest sell, but you'd have to look at your technicals, and ideally you know, we actually cross below the zero, you know, so we've got a mismatch there, but it's taken a big chunk off the, you know, the big picture on oil, and perhaps EJ as well. That's had a big chunk as well, but again, it's a mismatch. Maybe dollar CAD for a buy. It's the strongest green, although it's just light green, so not so strong indication there. Currency strength meters, the CAD strengthening, as you can see, and Swiss is strong on the large time frames. Dollar is strongest now on the monthly, so look for dollar Swiss. There's going to be a big battle there. And there's the CAD bubble. So, you know, they shorted CAD a great deal, and what happens to price? The price goes up. And then, you know, it happens all the time. So I had a hunch that the dollar was going to gravitate higher yesterday, but we were US holiday, and so, you know, we had thin volumes, so I still think it might gravitate higher, but, you know, we've got a little bit of way before that horizontal breach. If it does go higher, it means that you know, the dollar's going to soften. Okay, so potentially what we're going to see is like a circular motion where this comes up, pound's going to come down, euro's going to come down, Aussie's going to come down. It all depends on retail sentiment. So hopefully, you know, that makes sense, that there's going to be a circular thing going on here, and it's just a big wash machine where it just takes liquidity and stops. And the thing was with the yen is that it was up here for ages, weeks and weeks and weeks, months, and then they kept trying to buy a yen, and it wouldn't shift. And now they're actually reversing on the yen. Now we can see on that bubble, if it carries on down, it's going to be a strong buy, and that's going to be fairly risk off. If we think of currencies, it's going to be a risk off or on indication. So keep an eye on that yen bubble. We might see a breakdown of yen and US 500, but they're normally quite strong, the correlation of risk. So that has moved a lot, and unfortunately gold's kind of moved quite a bit, so it's bunched the bubbles up, but hopefully that makes sense. And eventually this is going to blow people up as well, and then once it's blown people up and taken their stops, it'll move, and it will go to strong sell, because they're always too late and they're counter trend, and they try and catch the move after the move. So lots of greens, sorry, lots of reds, a few greens, and indices are still red, but you could argue they're less red than yesterday. So they're going to be a risky buy, basically, the indices. You'd want them to go green, really. And right, oh yeah, that's right. S&P. So I did a Dow Jones sentiment in the technical channel, so it might be worth looking at that if you're trading the US 30. Now this has got we've got a technical break here. Now this should encourage this sentiment to continue lower. If it does, then it's going to be more of a buy over time. So what you're looking to do is potentially you're looking for a risky buy. As long as this SSI line is pointing down, as long as the moving average is pointing down, it's going to be a buy. So you're looking to potentially have a risky buy opportunity. You look at your technicals, and this is going to be a fake candle in order to induce more shorts, which is exactly what we want. We need these guys to get out of the casino, and they need to short it. They absolutely need to short it. So hopefully that's clear. Any questions, just let me know. And this is how the market works, all right? It's a flush of liquidity. Gold, there's the sell, and you know, we sort of pretty much zigzagged on that horizontal, as you can see. US yield curve, Still got the inversion, and yeah, I mean, we might even get another inversion of the 10 and the 2, which is going to be quite ominous. If that 2-year spikes above the 10-year, we're going to have a proper inversion, so that we've got to be careful here, okay? The higher yields support a stronger dollar. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so if these do soften, then we're gonna, we're gonna get a weaker dollar. But if they spike, especially if we get an inversion, we'll get a stronger dollar. US dollar, that is. Stop loss cluster. Gold is the largest mover, and that agrees with it being a sell because we've got red, red, red. You get the colours to match. Remember, that's really important. There's the gold for being a sell on the bubbles. Excuse me. The largest SLC is AU, and you can see it's there and it's below. Location is 6920 and the size is 3.59. So that's the largest stop loss cluster. Quite small, really, and it's the fact that it's small tells us that the banks and the big fish have taken lots of stops. So there's lots of small stop loss clusters, and the fact that that's the largest tells us that a lot of liquidity has been taken recently. And sometimes they get quite large, these SLCs. No signals yesterday, which is fine. Remember, it has to undergo a very strong technical check on the daily time frame. So let's quickly look here while we've got a bit of time, and we can see EU strong sell, GU sell, UJ strong buy. So it looks like we're not going to get any signals today. We don't look at EG. We could look at EG. We can have that. Yeah, we could have that. We could implement that. Yeah, I might do that later today. Dollar CAD strong buy. EJ strong buy. So yeah, it looks like this might not agree with the bubbles. Fundamentally, first and foremost, it has to have a strong technical check and then check the bubbles. So we might not get any signals today. If you need access to this, just let me know. Just click the link in the Telegram, and then I will approve your access. So we have to move on the bubble, and we have to move on the currency pair itself, and then we have to have a technical check. Okay, and so that's that. So if we didn't have technical checks, dollar CAD would be a sell, CAD yen would be a buy, GU would be a buy, and pound yen would be a buy. Kiwi USD would be a sell. So these would be valid prior to the technical checks, but because we had the technical checks, these aren't coming through. So if you want to maybe look at something, I don't know about, yeah, I'd be careful about these. I'll just wait for the signal to come through because they've been very successful, and having the daily time frame check is really powerful. So yeah, I might put EG in later today, and that might be an idea, and then we can definitely do that. That's probably what I'll do. Alright, so have a good day, you guys, and I'll crack on with this, and we'll get an EG signal come through. EG can be quite good, actually. You can make quite a lot of profits on EG. It's not too erratic and stuff, so I'll do that now. Not much to say, so just trade safely. And likewise, if you want access to this, just let me know. Just click the link in the Telegram in the Signals channel. And have a good day. I'll speak to you soon.